As long as I can remember, childhood revolved around water. You know, going to the beach. I lived on the river. You'd go to the pool. It kind of gives life to the area. That's why I loved growing up here. You know, water could end up being its undoing as well. So I haven't been down here a lot lately in the past 4 years. I've been up in DC trying to become a professional journalist, but I've been seeing all these headlines recently about how the sea levels are rising. Over the next century, South Florida could be wiped out. And I'd never really heard of this before. So I decided I wanted to come down here and kind of see for myself what's going on.
So I knew global warming would be rough on South Florida, mainly because it's flat and hurricanes always bash it. But I needed some more answers from the experts. First, I talked to Karen Bolter, a researcher at Florida Atlantic University.
The biggest issues are the storm surge and the flooding. The flooding is very common. So those are things that people don't realize.
Couldn't we just build like a big wall around South Florida?
Like the Netherlands, right?
Right, exactly. Like the Netherlands, the Dutch. They figured it out. Why can't we?
Well, the wall would be great to protect us from the storm surge, but we would lose our beaches. And another thing is that this water, it comes from underneath. That's a whole other dimension that people don't understand. The water is so close to the ground, our drinking water, our water supply, and the sea level rise lifts it closer and closer to the ground.
After talking to Karen, I realized the problem is actually happening now. So what does that mean for what the future will hold?
So my parents moved down here in the late 80s. They're probably going to retire here still. I have grandparents who have retired here and are going to come, going to die here essentially. And, we kind of love South Florida. We love this area because it's somewhere that's so full of life. If this place is going to be washed away, then I don't really know what I'm going to be coming back to.
I needed to learn more about the risks to South Florida's drinking water.
Here, you couldn't build a levee along the ocean and protect areas in the urban areas, because the water would come underground. And why they come faster here is because of the rocks like this. You see the kind of porous Swiss cheese like structure.
Swiss cheese,
Yeah,
that's what's holding the water.
Yeah. So water, when the ocean is rising, will go very easily through this.
And that's why our drinking water could be in trouble.
That's why the drinking, because the salt water would move very fast through this.
I had one more stop, to meet West Palm Beach Mayor Jerry Moyo. He tried to ease my worries, pointing to plans for the city and region to update building codes and curb carbon emissions.
It's going to be a different South Florida.
I know, when you look at the maps that they show, there's no Miami. Certainly no Key West.
Exactly. Now those are scary images. You think it'll become a scary reality?
I hope not. I hope we're smart enough to do what we need to do before that happens.
After a trip home, I found that decision makers are still waiting around as the water rises. The projections are clear. In less than a century, South Florida is going to look very different because of climate change. There's more that we can be doing to prevent it and prepare.